Hey guys, let us know. We're going to start here. Looks like in about 2 minutes. But if anybody's, I don't think anybody's watching yet. Tina's not even showing up yet. So hey, can you let me know if the sound is good and the lighting is good and everything? And you can hear Tina's phone. Lucky Dog says, "Hey Tina, aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii." And Penny's here. Can y'all hear me? Well, I couldn't tell if anybody could hear me or not. Sound, lighting, and picture is good. Thank you, Lucky Doll. So we'll get started here. About a minute, something like that. So
hello, everyone. Welcome.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Hey, there's Keno Kid, L&D. We got PJ Slots. We got Lucky Dog. We got Pennies. And Mr. Stewart or Miss Stewart from Hawaii, because I can't say his name. Akike?
It's Ikeka.
Ikeka. Okay, awesome. Thanks for coming back. I know we did a little thing last night just to make sure everything was good. And so what I'm going to do tonight, obviously we're here for Andy Goodspeed. And like to see a few more people come on in for a minute. And PJ says currently we're at $326. That is really
that's awesome
on the GoFundMe.
Yes.
I can post this link again. Let's see if it's still there. There's Ace of Vegas. Hey Ace.
Andy's in here. He said he did hear there was going to be poutine involved in this hour. Oh boy.
Poutine may be involved. I don't know, at some point during my life. We'll see. So yeah, I appreciate it, Ace of Vegas. Yeah, hit that like button and share it out, guys. Share this out right now. Let people know, because we are here for Andy and Simone as they're going through, tough time. Andy was diagnosed with stomach cancer. People don't know, but Andy and I were talking today, and we're still cutting up, and we're going to cut up all the time, get him through this, because, it's like they say, laughter is the best medicine. It truly is. So he's going to have to laugh and fight and cuss and cry. And thank God he has Simone right there with him every single step of the way. And I got a little special clip from one of my videos at the end. I'm going to probably show that about 7:40. So stay tuned for that. But, we kid a lot. And there's Catherine and from Midlife Ride. Thank y'all for coming in. There's Jer.
And Kim.
And Tina, you can, as I'm talking, you can interrupt me and tell me when people are here. Because if I don't see you, it's because I'm just focused. But and there's Lisa J. So if I miss anybody, forgive me. I love you all. Yes. One thing I will say is last night I was talking about all the great people that I met from this community. And one person that is near and dear to my heart is Alan from Las Vegas and beyond. That dude has been so close to me. I mean, he's been great. And of course, the other person that's been really close to me is Andy. Since I started this YouTube journey, Andy has been, I started watching him when he had like 15 subscribers. Well, maybe not that. We probably had about a couple hundred. There's Gambling Granny. So I watched him a lot, mostly because Simone was in her bikini on the thumbnail, and I'm like, we'll check this out. And then they're just great people. we've hung out a lot. So I hate that they're going through this. And I tell Andy that he's like my son. Of course, I'd have to be pretty young to had Andy as son, but guys, we love Andy, and it's tremendous what PJ said earlier, that they donated 326 already. That's great. You know, that, and Keno Kid, I know he's very close to Andy and Simone. Keno and Candy, they mean a lot to Andy and Simone. There's so many people. Andy's got one of those personalities, and Simone, that so many people are so close. Everybody that's on here I see love them to death and are close to them. I'm not going to keep going down the list, because when I start going down the list, I'll forget somebody that's near and dear to me and near and dear to Andy. But you know who you are, because Andy lets you know. And there's another one, JR, tremendous. So when I think about Andy, he is like a son to me. So I'm going to show you this little clip, and check this out. It's funny. I hope the sound is good. So check this out.
They should hold hands.
We're in Las Vegas. There's me and Andy. I don't know how Tina got my camera.
Hey guys. Hey.
Oh wow, you guys confiscated the camera. Hey Dad.
This is my new director of photography.
My new dad. Yeah.
I know Andy should have brought his cowboy hat. That would have been too much stuff to pack.
So that was great. Andy's like, there's my new dad. And so could y'all hear that pretty well on your end? Did the clip come through okay? It says director's cut. I don't know what that means. But was that a good, did that come out all right, guys? Like to see that. There's Hog and 2 Cent. Haven't met them. I really want to meet you guys, Hog and 2 Cent, because y'all are awesome. I've met Ace of Vegas. He's awesome. And that was a real privilege. And I appreciate y'all coming in. There's Cinnamon Girl. And then also, if L&D, not L&D, but Lucky Dog Slots, if y'all want to post, Cinnamon Girl, if you want to post the link to your T-shirts, because she's raised over $180, and probably more than that, it's probably over $200 on T-shirt sales that she's given to Andy. And that's with the GoFundMe account.
Hey, Tamara and Gord.
Oh, they on. Hey,
Cinnamon Girl.
Good to see them. We love them.
Crystal K.
Thank y'all all for coming in. This is wonderful.
You need to make
Cinnamon says she's raised $315 for Andy. That is tremendous. So you can go to her page. She can post her link on here, and if she wants, and we're sort of concentrating on the GoFundMe account, but hey, that's there too. Any funds we send them is great. So I hope y'all could hear that stream pretty good. So now here's another one when we were in Vegas that I love. This one. We had just got drinks at the Fuel Bar, and we're just outside drinking our drinks. If you see that video where we made those, it was really funny. Where the bartender was squirting the stuff. Of course, Catherine from Midnight Fried didn't like it. I'm usually not into that kind of humor. But
Elba said she thought only moderators can post links.
Oh, okay. So do I have a moderator? I'll make.
Kino Kid. And Gambling Granny.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that right now. All right. So maybe somebody, but we'll figure it out. All right. Let me show you this link from Vegas back in the Hollapalooza. Andy and I were together with Tina and Simone on this one.
Y'all want to do like the
Get a real picture. Hold on.
y'all want to do like the poker chips?
Here you go.
Wouldn't have to do the cookie here. I'd have it ready. I'd have it ready for
Yeah, if
30
Andy will do the whipped cream, he'll get a lot of views.
I'd have it ready for you in 30 seconds, literally.
Oh, it's gonna take a little long.
Oh, okay, all right.
How's your margarita, honey?
Awesome.
And I'll tell you what, this tahini they got on the rim instead of salt, that shit's for real. It is good. I like it. Y'all want to do like the
Get a real picture. Hold on.
y'all want to do like the poker chips on your breast now?
Wait, Andy, good time stickers. That'll fit better.
Y'all are just too cute. Too cute. And then there's Andy.
Yep. There's me.
He's a cutie pie too.
I'm just jealous because I can't put the bottle in the air.
All right. So that was a good time. And Two Fab Dude shirt, that's right. And that was a good day not too long ago. So and
Lots of fun.
that was fun. So anyway, Andy is a sweet guy. He's and he's always joking about 30 seconds. So pour some on. I mean, I'm not. We're gonna leave that right there. We're just gonna leave that right there. So anyway, I'm gonna post the link to the GoFundMe account again. Right here's the link. If you haven't gone and donated, please go to the GoFundMe account. I just posted. I just click the link again and post that. And let's see. So I'd have to go over to you. I'm on StreamYard right now, so I can't make somebody a moderator. Keno says 30 seconds. He's getting better. Yeah. He's getting better. He's getting better. So anyway, Andy's he always cracks me up. Of course, today I talked to him and he wasn't feeling too good. And honestly, that breaks my heart. I mean, because, yeah, he can be a little sarcastic, but he's not ever really negative other than, towards me. So, but he's always positive and just like sarcastic about life. He's got a great sense of humor, so we love him. So when he tells me that he is, struggling a little bit today, that really that bothered me for a while, and as everybody else. So he's got a lot of appointments coming up next week, and this is why he needs the support from us. Andy will say we're okay financially, we're okay, because that's who Andy is. But let's be honest, when you have to go to doctor's appointments and go get tests and go back to doctor appointments and get medication and go through all this stuff and deductibles and all that kind of stuff, every dime that they can make is going to help them out. And so every penny that they can get will help. And Andy would never ask anybody for a dime. I can tell you that right now. So I was so happy to see when Lucky Dog got on this and started doing this, and everybody that's been involved has really, really touched my heart to get this going, and all the support that you're showing Andy. So that means a lot. I know it means a lot to Andy. So, but this is probably one of my favorite clips of us when we went to Gatlinburg. It just shows what a character he is, and it just cracks me up. So check this little clip out. So I have to rewind it a little bit. Here we go.
Andy's behind us. Trying to get Come on in here,
I
Simone.
thought Andy was just photobombing you while he's getting his thing.
I don't
Are
even-
you guys taking a picture or something?
I don't see Simone. Okay,
Oh,
there's
okay.
there.
First of all, look at those mountains in Gatlinburg. Man, that is so beautiful. That's why they call it the Smoky Mountains. But there's Andy. I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's doing another time lapse. You know, he likes to do time lapses.
Can't
But-
imagine.
Andy's the man. But this is hilarious. I'll keep going. I'll shut up.
There's Simone. Can y'all see yourself in this?
Time lapse video. All right.
Oh,
Here I
he's
am.
setting a time lapse
Time
up.
lapse, yep.
We ain't got to. Oh lordy.
Can't see what he's doing.
I'm glad this.
Oh Lord.
I'm glad that only lasted like 20 seconds, because another 30 seconds we'd have been in trouble.
Oh gosh.
So, but Andy, man, I just love the guy. I love Simone. They're awesome. So, crack me up. And that Crystal, that trip was amazing.
Simone said, "Well, you love it when Andy does that."
And the one thing is, like, look at all the people I've inspired with these hats. So Andy's got him a hat now, and Tina's got a hat now.
I
So,
had to keep up with the frontiersmen.
yeah, and we love Gatlinburg. Now, how many of you out there has ever heard Andy talk about corned beef hash? So I want to know. I wonder how many videos he's done where he's been eating corned beef hash.
Oh Lord.
I'm a Texan. I got 5 hats. That's right, Melba. So I'm still waiting to hear from people. Tell me about Andy and his corned beef hash. Yeah, that's right, Keno. Keno got it right. He loves corned beef hash out of a can. That is right. He loves it, especially the Libby's, or the Armour. Either way, either one is great. He loves them both. So, oh yeah, Crystal, you're right. He's got a pretty strict diet of corned beef hash in the morning, Cubans for lunch, and then what does he eat for dinner? Chicken wings.
Poutine.
Poutine, and he has poutine. He'll eat that anytime. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, it doesn't matter. But I never knew that corned beef hash was so like specific. I mean, it had a
Crystal.
ratio.
Crystal K mentioned the
Green-
green peppers. He really
Throw
loves
out the green,
peppers.
yeah, green peppers. He'll eat it with carrots, but don't you dare put some green peppers in there. So anyway, here's one of my favorite clips coming up of Andy. And you know, when you make corned beef hash, it's got to have a ratio. He was saying the other night it was 80-20, but I've got the proof right here that it's not 80-20.
I'm not gonna lie, I can taste the green peppers, but it is a very good hash. And you know why it's good? Because it's actually got lots of corned beef in it and a little bit of potato. So you gotta have that like 70-30 ratio for a corned beef hash to be real good. I'm not trying the apples. These are candied apples, they have cinnamon on them, I'm sure they're good. She'll try.
He ain't trying that.
All right, a little bit of a biscuit here, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and dunk in the gravy for now. We'll make it look pretty later, maybe. That is certainly some thick gravy.
The hash was for
All right, that is very flaky, guys. Nice buttery biscuit, nice thick gravy, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of sausage in the gravy. Excellent meal.
Are you getting pictures?
already got pictures.
Okay.
Okay, that's great, and I love the way he gets snarky. I'm not trying the apples. Not trying the apples. I love that. And we were at Crockett's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and that place is just amazing. Kim's wanting to know if he likes red, yellow, or green orange peppers. What he mostly like is when he has his corned beef hash is to have a shot of whiskey or something, like a little pour of whiskey that like I'm having right now. So that's what he really likes: whiskey and corned beef hash. I've had scrapple. Scrapple's not as good as corned beef hash. I do like corned beef hash, but mostly I like it out of the can, which Andy does not like. It's funny. Alan from
Slotty math teacher.
Slotty
Thanks for
math
coming
teacher.
in.
Hey, great. Yeah, good to see you. Alan from Las Vegas and beyond, he and I went up to Tonopah. We stopped at Tonopah Station. And it was funny because Alan said, is the corned beef hash, do you make it fresh or is it out of a can? And the lady says, oh, it's out of a can. And Alan says, then I'll have some. And I said, yeah, I'll have some too. So I think at that point, Andy would have that would have been the end of Andy right there. He'd have died right there. So, he'd been like, what? Out of a can? And you know what we did? I put it on toast. Andy hates when I put corned beef hash on toast, so he would have hated that too.
Thank you, Lisa and Drew.
Oh wow, PJ Slot says they're up to 520. That is so wonderful. Guys, keep giving. It is. How about I can't eat boiled peanuts? I can't eat those. No boiled peanuts. I've tried them, but I don't know. Just not a big fan.
I wonder if Tamara,
Right, JR. He would have burst into flames if we'd told him about the canned corned beef hash.
I wonder if Tamara VBI, if you can drop the GoFundMe link.
I've got the GoFundMe link.
Oh,
Connie.
you
I
can
was
drop
looking
it.
for Cinnamon's link.
Oh,
I was
I'm
looking for
sorry.
Cinnamon Girl's link.
Gotcha.
But I can't make her a moderator, I don't think, right now because I'm on StreamYard or I just don't know. But there's the remind me, guys, to keep dropping the GoFundMe link. Did I do it? I'll do it again.
Andy says he doesn't like green peppers and no damn whiskey.
No damn whiskey. Yeah, I know. Well, we've had so many good times eating and just hanging out. It's been wonderful. And we're gonna have more, lots more.
Yep.
And so
Yes, we are.
all right, thanks, Ace. He said go. I did drop the link, so that's good. Thanks, Ace. And I should have got the clip where when I first met Andy walking in, but I didn't think about that because when I first walk in to meet Andy for the first time at the table in Las Vegas, and I think we were eating at Tom's Urban. And so I walk in and Andy and Simone are there. First time I got to meet them, I got to meet Ace of Vegas and Keno Kid and Keno Candy. And Keno was going live, believe it or not. So I think it was the first time he'd ever gone live. Obviously, I'm kidding. But they were live. And it was so good. It was so good to meet all of them because I love all of these guys. That was really cool. That was back in, when was that? That was June of, or no, that was October last year, in October of last year. And I hate that we're going to miss that this year, but my son's getting married, so we're going to miss that. And, but anyway, preparing for this, I've been watching a lot of videos where we have Andy in there and just watching clips and stuff like that, and it's really really cool. Yeah, and Ace gave the best review of, was it a burger I've ever heard in
He
my life?
does
or something.
really great food reviews.
Andy's pretty good too.
Yes.
I mean, Andy does a good job on the reviews too. That was a fun. Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right, Tamara. I think missing Rocktoberfest is my son get married. Hopefully he'll only get married once, because she's a very sweet girl.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be good together. But now, Andy always likes to give me grief, because when I was coming home from Arizona, you know, everybody knows I was in Arizona and for a year, until I came home because I was missing Tina and I couldn't be away from her anymore. And so I had to get home. But on the way home one time, I stopped and ate at the Catfish Roundup. And the Catfish Roundup is obviously a catfish restaurant. And so my table was right beside the big catfish tank. So I got to show you this, and then I'll show you the next clip. So watch this. This is the Catfish Roundup. That's a big catfish. There's another one. So Andy is always like, oh, so you're gonna eat in front of the cows? Or whatever I'm eating. Are you going to eat that chicken in front of the chickens? Whatever gives me a hard time, because I was eating the catfish right in front of some catfish. And
Poor fish.
so that
And you said that poor fish.
it was probably traumatized. But anyway, so anyway, so what I'm gonna do now? This clip is from Gatlinburg. Of Andy giving me grief. Look at this. Lucky Dog Slot says it's up to 522. That is so cool. Let's get to 600, guys.
Yes.
That would be awesome. Now let's get to 1,000. We've still got 30 minutes. So everybody donates. There's like 30 in here. We donate $6 each. We'll be on our way. That's what, 180. So that'd be good, well on the way. So anyway, here's a clip from another clip from Gatlinburg, and we're checking out some buffaloes. So you have to check this out, because Andy's hilarious, as he always is.
Maybe have a picnic right here in front of these guys. So I know how you like to do that. You like to watch them and then eat them.
I think Andy's referring to me eating the catfish in front of the catfish aquarium. And that's just not right. But yeah, buffalo burger would be great.
Yep.
And that, especially
high in protein.
This guy right here.
Oh, he looks like he's high in fat. I'm just saying.
He's high in fat.
This is right in Gatlinburg, not too far from our cottage.
Yep.
They're chewing the cud.
He's just chilling right there in the butthole.
That's the life. Just chilling. So you become hamburger.
Oh, it's so good having Andy here, because all I do is laugh.
Good for comic relief. just to hint us.
He is hilarious. I mean, he cracks me up always. And so
Never a dull moment.
there
Never.
there we are. Wanting to eat, he's wanting me to eat buffalo burgers in front of the buffalo. Guys, if I'm missing your comments, because I apologize, but I did catch Keno saying, for one reason, you got to donate to Andy's GoFundMe so he can buy corned beef hash or get get a chef to make it because it's got to be 70-30. You can't get that shit out of the can because that's only like, who knows what that is. So we don't know. So he's got to have it. Maybe if we get enough money, he can have his own personal chef to make him corned beef hash and Cubans while he's fighting this disease. So that would be cool.
Lucky Dog said he didn't know y'all were there in Idaho.
Yeah, we happened to find the only buffaloes in Gatlinburg, and Andy wanted me to go ahead and fillet one up right there. I didn't have a knife big enough. So anyway, I've got one more clip. I'm going to show that in about 10 minutes. So, hey, there, Tamara's posting the schedule. Guys, it's going all weekend long.
Thank you, Tamara.
Share that out to everybody that you know. Let's get these guys taken care of. Like I said earlier, Andy Goodspeed or Simone, they're not going to ask for a single penny. They didn't ask for this. But we have, because we love them, and we know that going through this is a huge expense. I mean, nobody even thinks about, hey, we got to go to this appointment in Boston. We're going to spend the night, and we got to eat on the way, and who knows what treatments and just time and everything. And so it is going to help them a lot. It's a lot of expense. When you go, anytime anybody goes through something like this. So let's help them out. I've got one more little clip. It's a little bit longer, but I'll save it for the end. So what are they talking about? Putting on index cards? What are they putting on index cards? I just saw that.
Her lists, Simone's lists.
Oh yeah.
I love Simone's lists. They're the best.
I love them too. If Andy could tell you, when Simone makes that list, man, I adhere to that list because I'm all about lists. I always like to make sure I know where I'm going, where I'm going to be, and what time I got to be there.
And he likes lines. Really, really, really long lines. Ask Andy.
Yeah, we went through. Where were we going to eat? The line was too long, so we went to Red Rooster.
Well, let's see. Let's get out the list, Simone, and see. Crockett's. We drove by how many? About 14, maybe 15 breakfast restaurants, and we finally landed
at the Red Rooster. And the lady, this is great. I should have put the clip of that because the lady said, Andy says, "Is the corned beef hash, is it homemade?" And she goes, "Oh yes, it's homemade." So it was homemade right from the can into the skillet. And Andy just was, he just about lost the top of his head. And, and then the food, Tina and I had eaten there before, and it was pretty good. But this time, I don't know, it wasn't as good.
It was okay.
So it was okay. And Crockett's, which Crockett's in Gatlinburg is the best breakfast in the world. And I'm not kidding. Andy might disagree, but as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that's a good question. Will any of Simone's list ever be completed? If so, you can we need to frame that. And Keno says, donate now to seek the answer. Yes, donate now.
Okay.
Stephanie was the waitress. How do you remember that, Simone? She probably put it on the list.
I do. I don't remember it. I didn't remember that until she said it. Now I remember it. She's got a good memory.
She was very Tennessee accent. Not that I have an accent, or Tina. Because, Virginia's a lot more sophisticated than Tennessee, obviously.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you should have seen Simone's list. She had like a little thing, and once I messed something up, she'd scratch that
She'd
out and
scratch
write
it
something
out
out.
and write something
And
in.
then that thing looked like chicken scratch. There's Keno, Candy.
Hi,
Good to
Keno
see her.
Candy.
Yeah, there's a lot of moonshine. And we did a moonshine tasting?
We did.
We did, and that was fun. And
Oh,
Andy,
that was so much
Andy
fun.
was really worried about the moonshine, but actually he liked a lot of them, a lot. So they're very tasty. The moonshine is so tasty that it's dangerous. You probably shouldn't drink it because it's gonna really not do good for you. I keep forgetting to have some whiskey right there. Andy did like the shine for sure.
Yes.
So anyway, here in about 5 minutes, I'm going to show you this clip. Yeah, you might want to get your handkerchiefs out, and I hope it works when I do it. So yeah, somebody said the moonshine pickle, the pickled moonshine, the moonshine pickles, they were good.
Yes, they were very
They were
good.
very good.
And I normally don't enjoy the
Uh,
moonshine tasting either, but this one was really good. They had some good flavors and good, just like she said, the pickles and this mountain java. That was mine and Andy's favorite.
Yeah, the mountain java. We actually bought. Did we bring some of that
Yes.
home? Because that stuff is good. Do you want to look at the list of people that are coming up just to see who's coming up next? Do you know who's coming up next?
I believe next is Seeking Vegas Sunrise. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay. Tamara posted this stream again.
Yes, she did.
So you can look at it again. But I think after us is Seeking Vegas Sunrise. What great people.
Yes.
Man, they just sent Andy and Simone a big box of Golden Steer steaks, and Andy did a short 16-second short of those steaks, and I'm gonna tell you what, that stuff looked good. That looked really good. So that's nice of them. Of course, they're not in here because I'm sure they were like me, just trying to prepare for everything. Excuse me.
And then Gambling Granny is up, I believe, after them.
Okay.
And then Keno Kid.
Yep. So I can't wait.
And then you'll have to look at the list because I forget what order the rest are in.
Yeah, I agree. Lisa and Drew, my hat goes off to them. You know, these people that set this up. I mean, it's a really cool event.
It's an awesome community.
And it really is an
JR,
awesome community. And JR, you're just like huge in this community, and I appreciate you a lot. I know Andy does. And I'm really happy that I haven't cried because when thinking about Andy, and it was good that Lucky Dog was saying, hey, let's make it fun, because it is. Andy's a fun guy. He don't need negativity. Steph is here. Hey, Steph, good to see you.
Hey, Steph.
There's a lot of you in here that I have not met yet that I really want to meet, like Catherine from the Midlife Ride, and Chris and Steph and Crystal K, and I could go on and on. I don't want to leave anybody out, but there's a lot of you that I really want to meet.
PJ and
we're going to get to. We're not too far from Kentucky, so we're going to we might be able to see Midlife Ride sometime. Meet them.
Yeah,
they're good people, and I appreciate them coming in. Richard Chu is saying, enjoy the rest of your evening, guys and girls. It's 20 to 1 a.m. Hey, thank you for coming in. That was very nice. I appreciate that.
You have a good night,
because I can't stay up that. There's Kia Bell. Is that Kia in here now?
I did not see her. Yes, I do see her. Yes. Hey, Kia Bell.
Isn't that the truth, Crystal? It's like you feel like you know a lot of the people here that you haven't met, and but then when you do meet them, it's just amazing. I mean, like one of my favorite live streams ever was when JR and me and Tina were at Bally's on that back alley. Man, we had such a good, we laughed our rear ends off. That's
That
one of the
was
best
so much
lives
fun.
that we'd ever done. And I just enjoyed that. And then we just hung out.
Hey, Movestor of Vegas. Thanks for coming
Oh,
in.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, thank you. There's Keno. He's honoring it, shouting at Kia. Hey, Kia, we love you. And we love Andy. And so anybody got a count on what the amount is, the GoFundMe now? So it's been a few minutes. And love to see an
Destiny.
update.
Destin for Vegas. Hello. Thank you for coming in.
All right. And so I'm glad, Tina, that you got your phone. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna show you this clip. You might want to get some tissues. I'm not kidding.
520.
And then you can run back then you can throw them away because at the end of it, it's funny. It's about a 6-7 minute clip, and then we'll talk about it.
All right.
I think it's pretty cool. So just excuse me while I'm navigating the screen, okay? So I'm going to navigate the screen to try to get to where we want to be. And let's see if I can go to this. All right. Is it showing up? It's not showing up.
Well, mine's a little bit behind.
Oh, I didn't do it right. I knew I was going to mess up.
Sorry, guys.
We're going to try it again.
Bear with us.
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way.
Step back.
It's a land and apple tree. How different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend. Learning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through. The longer I'm away from you, yeah, we fight good. We make love better if we both know we'll be together forever. I can be like the tree in the wind, same old roots, but I can bend, learning to understand and sway together. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better if we both know we'll be together forever. We could be like the trees in the wind, same old roots that we have been learning to understand and stay together. We can be like the trees in the wind, same old roots that we have been learning to understand and sway together till the
Just gotta let it go for a couple minutes.
Like have the trees with the background in the back. And we are having a good time. Andy couldn't hold it any longer. What disturbed me is that he actually squatted instead of found a tree. You know, so. He's kind of what? Oh, he's time lapsing. It's not moving. So y'all can talk, laugh, and then I'll do some clips off of it.
Oh, that was great.
Okay. So can y'all hear me? Now we're back live, and
We've been.
just want to make sure you can hear me now that I'm back live. And just I know Andy's going to make it through this, but but he does need your support.
Yep. Keep it coming, guys.
And I don't want to get emotional, but Andy knows I love him.
Yep. We do. We do. We do.
Yeah. Even though I aggravate the hell out of you.
Yeah, you do. He does.
I do aggravate
He does.
Andy to that. So I think when we're together, we just aggravate each other to death.
Yeah. And in that combination aggravates Tina and Simone to death. I think Simone would agree with me.
Nah, we love each other. And I'm not crying. You know, I'm all right. I just got a little choked up because, well, you and Simone are such a perfect couple, and that is very, very touching.
Andy said for you to play some Midland, it will make you feel better.
Andy, it's funny because I was going to put a clip up here of Midland just for you, and so we'll do that. We'll do that later. Play some freaking. But so we've only got like 10 minutes, guys. We've got some great memories with Andy and Simone and a lot of other people on here, and that I treasure. And it's just when you get to be my age, you just get sensitive, sentimental anyway. And so we got about 10 minutes, and I hope we can. We're up to 575, and someone made a donation, and I matched it $25. Thank you,
Oh,
PJ.
thank you,
That's
PJ.
really cool.
Thank you so much.
So that got him to 600, and when I get off of here, I'm going to donate during somebody else's stream, and we just. And he says, I've aged him these past few years. So, that's maybe he's not, maybe Andy's not drinking enough whiskey. That keeps you young, right? But anyway, anything else before we go? I hope you enjoyed this. There's some really funny clips, and then that touching clip of Andy and Simone when we were in Gatlinburg.
That's one of my favorites. Like to look at.
I love it.
To go back and watch. I've watched that several times actually.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Hey, Jared, I appreciate that. Walt is the Clint Eastwood of YouTube. So that's a pretty daggone high compliment right there. I'll take that like 8
I wanted to
all the time.
ask Andy if he saw my new t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, and did you see here's the hat we got from Andy. So we bought some stuff, and it's too hot in here right now to wear. We both bought hoodies, but we've got these 2 lights shining in our face. So we're I'm not putting the hoodie on because I'll be sweating.
Yeah.
And Andy says he loves Bettina a bit more than Walter. Everybody's
Let's
like
not worry about the details.
It's not. I hope it's a little better than 70-30, like your corned beef hash, beef to potato ratio. Kitsy Cat was going to say Waylon Jennings. I like Waylon too. I like that too. I tell you, it's weird. Like when Waylon Jennings passed away, man, I was pulling in. This was that? It had to be in the 80s. Maybe it was in the late 90s. Probably late 90s. It was late 90s, I believe. And that came on the radio as I'm pulling in, and that Waylon Jennings had passed away. And like I liked his music, but I didn't feel that like he wasn't my favorite. I mean, I love Waylon Jennings. He's really cool, but when he passed away, it really bothered me for some reason. And then that was just kind of weird. But I do love Waylon Jennings. And then Clint Eastwood, that dude is coming out with another movie. That's crazy. He's coming out with another movie. And me and Tina are the perfect ratio. Exactly.
Jer, was that 70-30 or 80-20? Jer said, I love Andy and Walt. 70-30. That's awesome, Jer.
Yeah. Yeah, Kiss Cat said bothered her too. So anyway, 80. I'm not even talking to you. 80-20. So anyway, only final comments I have to say is I think we're off to a good start on the GoFundMe. That's really, really, really cool. that we're making some money for them. Because like I said, I'll say it again. This is like the third time, but people going through what Andy and Simone are going, and they would never ask for a dime. So I appreciate what Lucky Dogs and that whole community, the whole community's doing for them, because they will incur expenses you don't even think about. And motels, driving, gas, everything's going up anyway. So even if they had Aflac, it's still not going to be enough. I mean, there's no use to, as he's fighting this, he doesn't need any more stress, because, you know, as you're fighting this horrible disease, if you know you don't have to worry about financial stress, or you got a fund that we're creating for him, helping him out through that, what a blessing that is. So that's really cool.
Thanks again, Tamara, for
posting that.
posting
And
that.
I need to post this again one more time. The chat. So this is the GoFundMe thing. So Midlife Friday said we're on track to surpass the goal for sure, and that is really good.
You're welcome, Andy. And we'll continue to harass you and bug you.
Yeah, I'm gonna still aggravate the hell out of you,
in
especially
late night chats.
I went from 70-30 to 80-20 in like 2 minutes.
You're not gonna.
Tamara and
live that
Gordon,
one down,
you guys are awesome too. All this whole community is awesome. I love all you guys, and it shows what great people you are. Yeah, you know, I was thinking back about the Gatlinburg video, and I think that's what got me sort of torn up, because at that time Andy was talking about, like, hey, he couldn't drink much because it made him feel bad, and so he knew something was going on. He kind of thought it was his heart, but he wasn't sure what was going on. So when I look back at these clips, I'm like, dang, even though he was in pain, even though he was probably suffering a little bit, man, he still had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And what a trooper. That's the attitude you got to have when you're going up against a fight like he's getting ready to go up to. JR, we love you too, buddy.
Oh, thank you, Cinnamon Girl.
Yeah, thank
You're
you,
awesome.
Cinnamon.
Thank you for everything you've done too.
Yeah.
And Lucky Dog, everybody that's contributed to this.
Yeah. Cinnamon's
awesome.
Raised a lot of money too for them through her t-shirt sales. And I'm sorry, I should have had that link ready, but she can get it later on. You guys can watch the other things, and you can go to Lucky Dog Slots page, and there's Cinnamon's account for Andy, or link to Andy.
Good
so
speed strong.
Good speed strong. So you guys are awesome. We're going to end it right now, and that way I give you time to head over and watch Seeking Vegas sunrise, because I always want to say sunshine, but it's sunrise.
Thank you all for coming. We love you, Andy and Simone, and we're here for you every step of the way.
Yep. Bye-bye.